Alright. I've got 29 minutes still. Okay. Well, my camera's been kind of crazy about it that time. Okay. Now, we're going to use that same Cad Red. Or, I'm sorry, not Cad Red. Crimson and Ultramarine Blue. See. And we're going to come along here like this. We're just going to follow this, and then we're going to put big splotches of color down. Watch. And we're going to take our brush, and we're just going to flick it out like that. Flick. His hair is kind of one of those weird clown afro wigs, so you can get away with these quick flicks. Here. Let's get some more color going up. And right here we need more color. There we go. That's our flakes. Now down here every so often I'm going to take some, now I've got a square brush, look at it, it's square. So it's just up and maybe a triangle right here. There we go. And I'm trying to see if we can, I think that's the round part. So showing that his hair has a roundness. So I'm getting more blue here. And we're putting it right there. Okay. This, don't worry, it looks a little disjointed, but it'll look awesome. Okay, let's see. Let's make sure of our shape. See, I somehow along here. Go. Go. Let's make sure of our shapes. Looking at our shapes. There we go. Now, this actually can come through here, and we're going to give it a little. I'm going to take that blue purpley color. We'll make that this color right there. And we're going to do the same thing right about here. Okay, that's his neck. Okay. We're going to take that same color and I'm going to splotch it in. There we go. See these right there? We're going to come down like that. Now remember, I kind of smeared over it, but in the shape of this, I'm fine. I won't paint that. I'm not going to follow those. I'm going to just paint these here. The highlights, or the shadows that I've already put in. That was in the drawing. There we go. There you go. That's pretty much done, I think. I think his eyebrow needs to come out a little more. There we go. I like it a little. It has a little more shape, doesn't it? I think it's fun because it has that old spinster eyebrow shape. Okay. Any other? Yeah, I think we're gonna kind of do something like that. His nose on the inside is shadowed. See? And you're just pushing in there. Try not to make it look like his nose is hairy. But when we go over that blue, it causes the blue to be darker. Okay. Now let's get into, let me see. We'll get into, oh, I forgot that. Here is his gum. I left a spot in it. Really use some of that red blue. to show that his mouth goes over his gum. There we go. Good. And now all we have to do is color in eyeballs and all this right here, and we're almost done, believe it or not. Okay, I'm gonna wash my brush, and I'm gonna take, I'll take a little bit of that red, that cadmium red, the orange red. I'm gonna put it right here at that corner, like that. And I need a little bit of it right here. Then we're gonna follow around the eyeball like this. Correct. Yep. And we'll flick a little yellow in there. Okay. Or I'm sorry, flick a little red in there. Now we're gonna take that yellow again, or the raw sienna. We're gonna go over it a little bit again. We're gonna let it dry, and then we'll go back over it with this and see if that's the color I want, or if I'm gonna actually have to break out a yellow. I think we can actually break out a yellow at some point, but I'm gonna take that raw sienna and I'm gonna add white to it. And then I'm gonna wipe my brush, and then I'm gonna grab more white. Why? Because look, see how my white, or my white isn't quite white, and try not to get into the cad red that we got there. We need there we go. There is a highlight right here, so we're just going to put that in. And I'm going to kind of, there you go. Now I'm going to put my cad right back in. I'm going to grab a liner, more of a round brush here. Ooh, I like that. I'm going to leave that highlight in too. Happy accidents. I'm going to grab my crimson and blue, of course. I'm going to bring it in here. And I'm going to leave that little spot right there. Now I'm going to outline crimson and blue. I'm going to outline that eyeball. Okay. Crimson and blue. I'm going to put a little more on this side. I'm going to outline that eyeball. There we go. There we go. Isn't he happy? That's a scary eyeball, isn't it? Okay, I'm going to grab my ultramarine blue as it is. We're going to paint him here. Gonna sketch in his clowniness here. There we go, clowniness. If it's not dark enough for you, grab a little red into it. It'll make it darker. There we go. There we go. And I'm lightly brushing. See, notice I'm not trying to lay down tons of paint. I am trying to lightly brush. Lightly brush. And we're going to come and use that same color right there. I had to wet my brush again. Okay, there we go. Look at that. Oh, he's so pretty. There we go. I think we need to put that darker color here with those teeth. Separate them a little. Now, the teeth are going to be fun. Watch this. Grab your white with the raw sienna. More white. She wanted more white than raw sienna. And I'm going to put a dot right there. Dot right there. Dot right there. And a dot right there. Now watch this. I'm going to kind of follow there. And follow here. Oops. Try not to get it all over. Just coming down into that point. There you go. There we go. Little right there. Maybe a little right there. Okay. And we can come through and maybe give it a little smudge here and there, like that. There. 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 Okay. There. There. There we go. Tim Curry has so many teeth. You should like do toothpaste ads. I think we need to kind of put a little bit more white here. Revamp that white there. Revamp that white there. And maybe like a little bit more on these, on that borderline like that. That looks good. What do you think? It looks good. I think so. Okay, I'm going to wipe my brush. I'll get to that in half in a minute. I'm going to wipe my brush and get a ton of white and the raw sienna. And a ton more of white. See, that's too much raw sienna. Now there we go. It's just barely in there. And we can come through like that, go around that nose. Believe it or not, we warmed up that white nicely because all of this is cold. It's really cold. And so, yeah, we're getting like weird streakies in from our purples. That's all right. We grab more whites. So we're going to come down like right here. Yeah. This right there and right here, I think. Then we're going to come down with that sienna white mix with a little purple in it, apparently. And we're going to grab more sienna white. We're going to come like this. Keep it. Keep it. Keep it. There we go. Look. And we're going to come around like that. There we go. And we're going to put a little bit up. Watch that. I think that's supposed to be red, so we can come back in through. I'm going to take that red and purple, or crimson and blue. I think I'm just going to go like that. How about that? Yeah. There. There we go. Okay. A little bit right there. Not much. We want it to be right here. Like that. We need to show that there's that fold right there. And that's part of that. And this. Oops. Wipe off your brush if you get that blue issue. Okay. There we go. Again, raw sienna, white, raw sienna, white. That's pretty much what we're doing right now. Now we're gonna come over this pinky blue, just partially. Just gonna bring it in a little bit, and we're like that. Okay, there we go. Oops, I'm picking up purple somewhere. That's alright. There you go. I like that. Okay, now we gotta do this side. Not that big of a deal. We're taking that sienna in white, and we're going through like that. Right through here. I know, right? That's alright. If it's a little pinky here. Alright. So we're not going to see as much of that as we saw in the other side. So sienna whites up here, following that line. There we go. Now, let me block up my brush. Blue ultramarine with a little bit of red. We want it to be a little bit darker. Like that. And notice when I come down, I'm just twirling my brush. There we go. Now let's do the red. What color is it? It's cad. Oops. Yeah, let's go with the cad red. Bring it out like that. We're going to grab our blue, red, or crimson and blue again. Pupil. Now, honestly, you should wait and let it dry. But I'm going to grab some sienna anyway, raw sienna, and I'm going to pull it over top of that. Pull it over top. There we go. So all we have left is this. Easy peasy, 1, 2, 3, easy. We grab our our cad. Come over and we're just brushing his hair. Look at that. We're just brushing his hair. Cad, we're coming over. We're coming over like this. Brushing his hair. I forgot, we got his clothes left, but that's alright. Brush his hair. Now you could actually probably get away with doing this with a much bigger brush. I like the control of about a 1 inch or a ½ inch. I'm not really, I mean, my space is probably big enough to do it with a bigger brush, but I like to be able to come back and go, okay, maybe I need to fix that if I have to. There we go. And see, I'm leaving some of that streaky. And if you want, you can actually blot in some of those. Like I said, it's an afro wig, so. And what I'm doing is letting that purple underneath talk for me. There we go. And I'm gonna follow that purple a little bit more, and I'm brushing here. Now I'm going to put less red on my brush right here, because what happens is it comes over like this on his shoulder a little bit. So we will come back to that in a second after we finish his clothing. I'm going to let that dry first, because otherwise it will end up pink, which is not necessarily a bad thing. There we go. There we go. There we go. How pretty. There we go. One more time. Get to this. There. Yep. There we go. There's his hair. Now, what I'm going to do, and this is going to seem counterintuitive, but I'm going to take a little bit of white, and I'm going to blotch it like this. just kind of hit it so I've got like little stringy ends here. And I'm going to do the same up and through here. And we're going to come back in a little bit. Actually, I'm going to take the darker. I think I need darker in there. I'm going to stringy end here. Make some stringy ends. See, I'm just, it doesn't matter what brush you're using. Hit it hard. Hit it hard. And that'll cause you to see more of the bristles. There we go. Hit it hard. There you go. Stringy ends. Okay. Let's finish up the cloth. Forget. Okay. With the blue, easy enough. We can take some of that white and add a little bit of white to that blue. And the highlights. There we go. Bring it up like that. And then we wipe our brush and just over it. Just scrub over it with what little paint you have left on your brush. I think, actually, I'm going to take that blue here. I'm going to go up to here with the blue. Yeah, I'm going to need some more blue in a little bit, which is sad because I don't really think I need that much. Okay, there we go. Got blue in my darks. There's blue in my darks. There's a little more blue down here. And what I'm going to do is add a little white. And just back and forth, back and forth. Yeah. Okay, here's the shape. See, it curves up. And then we just go back and forth into that shadow area. There you go. But we don't go all the way. We don't wipe out all the shadow. There we go. Back and forth into the shadow area. But we're not wiping it all out. We need to see that it actually connects. Okay, now we see that. We're going to take white once again. And we're going to bring it up through here. Just streak it through. There we go. Any place that we think there's a highlight, we're going to just streak it through. Okay, like that. There should be a highlight over here. That. Okay, no big deal. Now we have that top ruffle is actually white. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the burnt sienna or raw sienna and white. Wherever we see there's a high point. And the high points are going to be, see how this bump is up? That's a high point. And it's going to be about like that. And that's a little bit of a high point here. Okay, again, this to here and this to here. Now, a little more white to it. There we go. There we go. Try not to wipe out any of your darks. Now, the cool thing is, remember that this, I'm going to take and just kind of fade it into it. Fade that in. Why? Because that's, let me get the sienna here. This right here is in shadow. Right here is shadow. This is shadow. There we go. That's shadow. Whew. Just keep all our shadows going. Oops. There's a shadow right there. That could actually be in light, so. Now you notice something, that as it goes towards his neck, it's kind of a triangle shape. This side and this side go towards his neck. Triangle shape. There. And I'm just smoothing out some of it because we don't really have to absolutely. Now I'm going to follow this with the white. Like that. I want to be able to see that it is this. There we go. Actually, now we have to kind of, I could fiddle with this all darn day. Because any place that it's in shadow, like right here, it would be definitely in shadow. So that's straight up over it. And then we are going to have shadow down here. And down here. Okay, let me see, I lost it, didn't I? Okay, we can actually add some darker darks. Let me grab. I'm going to put a little dark up here. So there's no light in there. There's no light right here. There's no light over here. That. There's no light right in here. Because that's just a little thing. And there's no light right here. How about that? Gives you the whole illusion of. Now I have to finish up this eyeball. And I think we're done. So let's add a little white here. Just dot, dot, dot. Along that line where I'd taken and then we can go back and forth. We can actually add, I'm going to put a highlight right about there. And one down here. Give the feeling that that's, I forgot. There's his, it's part of his makeup, isn't it? Right there. I think, except for, we can come through and add more crimson and blue combination to his eyebrows. To make it a little darker, crimson and blue to this right here. And then crimson and blue to the eyebrow. I'm going to call him done. What do you think?